depends on. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I always do this. I think it's my thing. Like, hi guys, welcome back to my channel. That clap clap. Okay. So today is a highly requested video. I always get questions on my Twitter DMs, Instagram DMs, my emails about different questions concerning Georgetown. And I guess since I go to Georgetown and I sometimes do college vlogs of Georgetown, there's not much people out there that do Georgetown college videos, so all the questions get directed to me. So I don't mind. So then I just thought, why don't I just do a all-purpose Georgetown video? So a video that just really answers all the questions that I usually get, and people tend to ask me the same questions over and over. So I posted on my Instagram and Twitter that if you guys had any questions, send it to me, and I got a ton of questions. So today I will try to go through as much as I possibly can. If I don't get to your questions, please just comment it down in the comment below. I will be more than happy to answer it for you. But I want to keep this video under 15 minutes or 20. You know, I'm just going to try to answer every single question I possibly can. But thank you guys for sending in your questions. So let's just get into the video. No, it's really ugly. So question 1 is, how well do the different ethnic groups interact on campus? Do you feel supported as a black woman on campus? How is the dating scene, and are you glad with your decision to go to Georgetown? Wow, that was 4 questions in one, but I think the first 2 questions can kind of be grouped together, more of like a diversity question. So how well do ethnic groups interact with each other? It will depend on you. Honestly, your experience at Georgetown and every other college is dependent on you. If you want to interact with other ethnic groups, go ahead and do so. People here at Georgetown is not very secluded, like all the black people over here, all the white people over here. No one does that. Everyone kind of does their own thing. Black students who do interact with white students, or Asian students, or Latino students, and all that. It's not a divided campus. So if you want to interact with other ethnic groups, please go ahead. I know I do. My friends and I do. So. And then to your second point, do you feel supported as a black woman on campus? Yes, I do. There are many different support systems on campus. There's a women's center. And then there's also CMEA, Center for Multicultural Equity and Access. And then there's also different women clubs. There's one called Girls Talk. And there's another one that's also more tailored toward Christian girls, and then also toward black women. There's BSA, Black Student Alliance. There's African Society of Georgetown. There's so many different clubs and so many different resources all around campus that support you as a black woman, and just your friends, your black friends support you as a black woman. Your professors, the African Studies Department, and then also the African American Studies Department. You know, it's here for you. Third question, how's the dating scene at Georgetown? Honestly, I wouldn't know because I'm not in the dating scene at Georgetown, so sorry if that disappointed you. But I mean, people date here just like any college. If you're coming here to try to find a bae, you're not gonna get one. No, I'm kidding. If you come here with the intention of trying to date someone, it would depend on your preference, what you're looking for in a man. You know, a man, not a boy, a man. So if that's what you're looking for, I'm pretty sure I can't be like, your bae is here. But if you're looking to date someone at Georgetown, there's plenty of guys here. A few men, but guys here. And to your last question, are you glad with your decision to go to Georgetown? Yes, I am. I got denied for my number 1 and 2 schools, and coming to Georgetown wasn't something like, oh my god, I can't wait to come to Georgetown. But then after I got accepted and then came for Hoy Stacks weekend, I completely loved it. I'm more than happy with my decision to come here. I couldn't imagine myself anywhere else either, so I'm really liking the experience that I'm getting. It's kind of different from what I expected, and it's amazing that way too. Who is your favorite other Georgetown vlogger? My other favorite Georgetown vlogger would have to be Grant. So I just met Grant actually like a week ago, and he's like the only other person I know that vlogs at Georgetown. But Grant is really funny and cool. You guys should check out his channel. I'm going to link it right down below in the description box, and also tag it right here. One of my friends asked, why are you like this? Wow. Hello, Armel. I am like this because, like, if I'm not, who is going to be like this? And if anyone is going to be like this, I'll prefer for it to be me. So there you go. What's the best thing about Miles Taylor? Miles Taylor is thebomb.edu, not .com.edu. I love Miles. She is super kind, and every time I see her, just positive vibes. And she's always doing her own thing, which is really hard to find for people that are on college campuses. Everyone is always trying to do like something to attract other people or trying to do something to get themselves attention. But Miles is like always doing her own thing, and I'm kind of sad that she's a senior because I didn't get to spend a lot of time with Miles, but I love Miles. When did you get your acceptance letter? I got accepted beginning of April. Don't remember the exact date, but that's when I got my acceptance letter. I did regular decision. What's your major and how do you always travel? My major is undecided. A couple of things I'm thinking about are sociology and government, but my minor is definitely African studies, and between sociology and government, if one of those are not my major, then they'll also move down to my minor. So I plan on double minoring and, of course, majoring. How do you always travel? I look for places that are willing to pay me to go travel, to do some kind of work for them. Oh gosh, I'm going to try to hurry with these questions because my camera is dying. Next question. Was Georgetown your top choice school and why? No, Georgetown was not my top choice school, so the why does not apply to this, but it wasn't my top choice school. I guess why not? Why wasn't it? I didn't look too much into Georgetown when I was applying. It wasn't my top choice because I wanted to go to California, and Georgetown is not in California, so. What was the application process like for you? My application process to get into Georgetown wasn't really specific, so I'll answer the question in terms of like my holistic application process. I applied to 30 schools when I was coming to college, when I was in high school. I applied to 30 schools because I really, really wanted to give myself a lot of options. The application process was wild. I remember like the first month and two of high school, senior year, I was literally running all around the place between my teachers for recommendation letters, to my counselors, to calling universities all the time. But it was kind of not as stressful because I'm a very organized person, so I always kept a list of like each school I was applying to and everything I need to submit for each school, and like did a checkbox that way. So that helped a lot with managing 30 schools. I read that I need to take at least 3 SAT subject tests as part of the application. Doesn't matter which ones, are their preferences. So I always get questions about SAT subject tests, and honestly, no. SAT subject tests are highly recommended, but they're not required. I took 0 SAT subject tests, but then again, I know lots of people who did take SAT subject tests. But don't stress yourself out. If you don't have the financial means of taking these subject tests, don't stress yourself out taking SAT subject tests like for no reason. If it helps build your application, then of course go for it, but they won't deny it just because you did not take SAT subject tests, especially because they said it's recommended but not required. And for the question, are there preferences? No, it's just whatever you want to take. But if you want to like major in math here, then maybe taking the math SAT subject checks will help your application. Is Georgetown actually diverse, or is there really only white people and like 1% non-white? No, Georgetown is diverse depending on what you do. So Georgetown's actual statistics of diversity, you can go look that up. I don't have to spit the facts, but you go look it up yourself. It is a predominantly white school, so you can't sign up for a predominantly white school and then expect predominantly black people or predominantly Latino or minorities. That's not what you signed up for. But Georgetown is a predominantly white school. It will be diverse depending on you as a person. If you go out there and find yourself some Asian friends, Latino friends, African friends, black friends, then it will be diverse. But if you just constantly want to be around white people all the time, then that's not really diverse. So it really just depends on your preference. But there are a lot of different kinds of people here, a lot of different people from different backgrounds that will shape your experience depending on how you want your experience to be. Is Georgetown conservative or more liberal? Georgetown is a more liberal university, but there are people here who are conservative as well. Do you find yourself having to talk with many conservatives? I don't really know what that question means, but I talk to who I want to talk to, so yeah. What's the social life like? Parties, clubs? Well, a lot of the social life is centered around our clubs. There's over 300 clubs here at Georgetown. In terms of parties, I believe I made a party video about the social scene at Georgetown, so you can go check that out. How is housing? How does it work? Is there a way for you to choose your building hall? Is there any way to be single freshman in a single room freshman year? I think there would be a way for you to get a single your freshman year, but I think that depends on excruciating circumstances. But you do not pick where you live all 3 years. You have to stay on campus your first 2 years of your first 2 years here at Georgetown, and then I'm sorry, I got like really tired, so I was just like, but you have to stay on campus your first 3 years here at Georgetown, and then your fourth year you're allowed to go out into the Georgetown neighborhood and like rent a house or anything, and Georgetown works with you for that if you want them to. And in terms of housing, yeah, it's a lottery system here, so you don't necessarily pick where you're going to live those first 3 years at Georgetown, but there's like live and learning communities that you can also apply to. Gosh, it's 1:56. I have to log on to this webcam for class. BRB. Damn, I look good. As an international student, how can I get a scholarship if I didn't request financial aid on the application since I don't have a social security number? So this one's a bit complicated. I'm not sure exactly how international students work, especially with financial aid. But I would suggest you call the financial aid office. They're a lot of help. Sorry if that wasn't a lot of help, but I don't want to give you the wrong information, you know? Is it hard to make new friends at Georgetown? Sweetheart, that's like asking, is it hard to make new friends everywhere? Georgetown is just like any other college you go to. I mean, granted, your experience will be different depending on what you make of it. So during your first week, the new student orientation, you meet a lot of new people. Everyone's a freshman. Everyone's scared. Everyone's scared of making friends. Some people may look like they have it together, like they have their squad already. But it's not hard to make friends here as long as you put yourself out there too. So, how was your transition to Georgetown? What do you wish you knew? That was a good question. My transition to Georgetown was okay. I'm a very independent person, so moving away for college and just coming to college in general wasn't like a slap in the face. But what did I wish I knew coming to Georgetown? I wish I knew how challenging it would be. But then again, I did know that. I knew how challenging college in general was going to be. But I wish I knew, like, just how challenging it would be in general. Just how much it would require of me. So not that I signed up to come chill and party all day and not do any work. But how much it would require me as in, like, how much energy I would have to put into everything I do here, as in like your classes, not just your classes, your clubs, meetings, like everything. But in a way, I'm glad it challenges you because it really helps you focus on what you really care about. If you really care about something that you don't mind putting the time and work for. Is there anything important you think we should know about Georgetown before making the decision to come to school here? I just can't answer that question. A lot of these questions are super subjective. Like, I can't give you something and then be like, and then from that you go, oh, I'm not applying, or I'm going to apply. Your experience at Georgetown will be literally what you make of it. It's all about what you make of it. The school does not make you. You make the school. So if you come into Georgetown with the attitude of making it the best 4 years possible in terms of taking opportunity of everything here, getting to your professors, putting your best foot effort in everything that you do, you have an amazing experience. So as opposed to coming here with a negative attitude and not wanting to be here, feeling like you made the wrong decision. For me personally, I'm not the kind of person to go into a new environment and then kind of like quit because it wasn't what I expected it to be. I like make the most of everything in every situation I find myself in. So I would say for you, if you come to Georgetown, just do the best you can and be who you are and just grow every day, and it'll be amazing. Is the workload very intense and rigorous, or is it manageable? The workload is intense. It's a rigorous. It's a rigorous academic institute. So you're not going to get A's for just going to class, if that's what you're asking. But then again, you get what you put into it. If you put your best foot forth for all your classes all the time and do absolutely everything, then you will reap what you sow. That's basically college. You reap what you sow. No one hands anything to you. So as much as it is rigorous, it is also manageable. No one is going to give you anything that's impossible. Like, these professors don't give you work that is impossible, like it's never been done before, groundbreaking. It is possible to do. It's about time management and just putting in the work. How hard is it to visit DC considering there isn't a subway close to campus, or is there? So Georgetown University does not have a metro stop. However, the university offers a GUTS bus, a bus that takes you down to different locations around DC and even in Virginia. But the GUTS bus does go over to the Roslyn Metro Center right in Virginia, which also allows you access to go into DC as well. But in terms of transportation around here, I either use the GUTS bus to go to specific places or we Uber. Honestly, Uber pool in DC is really cheap, so that's how we get around. Or zip cars. If you don't get in early action, how do you up your chances to get into regular decision under the subject test? You guys, I'm not an admissions counselor. I don't know. I really don't know. I like to say, if you apply to a university and they deny you, oh well. But I mean, if you apply early action to school, but you really, really want to go there, then of course shoot again for regular decision. Decisions change all the time. But when you're applying universities, you guys, like, if a university denies you, like, don't take it personally. It has more to do with the school than you know? There's a lot of people who are highly qualified, overqualified enough to come to Georgetown or any other institution, and they still get denied. It's not something that you can control. You know, I know when I was applying, I remember I got so upset when I didn't get to, like, a couple of reach schools. And then slowly but surely I got into the right reach school for me, which was Georgetown. So, you know, it's only so much you could do the best you can in the context that you're in. So what I mean by that is do the best you can in high school. Be top of your class. Involve yourself in activities, community service. Be a leader. Assume leadership roles. Study really hard for SAT. And once you've just completely exhausted your options and done the best you can, hand it off to different schools. Say here, 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 here. And the right school is going to see you for who you are and is going to accept you. And wherever you go, even if it's not your number one school, make the best of it. And that's what I did at Georgetown, and it's great so far. Are people actually douchey at Georgetown, or is that a myth? So people are actually douchey everywhere you go. So I can't speak for the entire 4,000 undergraduate students here, but you guys, people are mean everywhere you go. I'm not 100% Georgetown population is not nice. Crap, I'm not nice all the time. If you're scared to go somewhere where you're going to be challenged by someone or someone's going to be mean to you, then stay in your house for the rest of your life. Because everywhere you go, people are going to be mean to you. Not everyone is nice. Not everyone has your best interest at heart. And so there are mean people all around the world, and some of those people are in Georgetown, but that should not deter you from coming here, because there are mean people all around the world. You just be the best person you know to be, and you'll attract the right people. Okay, can you expand on LLCs and how they work? So LLCs are live and learning communities. Basically, they exist in the different dorms at Georgetown or on different floors. So for example, I live on a French floor. That's an LLC. There's a global living floor, a Spanish floor, JDA, which stands for Justice Diversity Action. If I am wrong, I am so sorry, but I think that's what it stands for. But there are many different ones, a wellness one, a performing arts one. And these ones are just available for students who, like for me, want to hone in more on French or Spanish or global living or all these other ones. However, for freshmen, there's a few that you can apply to in the Southwest Quad Dorman area. And as a freshman, that's the only ones you can apply to. And then after that, you can apply to any other LLCs all around Georgetown if you want to. Not Georgetown, the town, but, you know, the university. Internship and study abroad opportunities, of course. About 90% of Georgetown students here intern during their time on a hilltop. And I'm not kidding. A lot of students intern. I'm currently interning right now. I intern for my Senator Cory Booker on Capitol Hill, and a lot of students do that as well. There's also different internship opportunities, especially during the summer, with different places like Google, JP Morgan, McKinsey & Company, consulting firms, different consulting firms, NGOs. There's so many different opportunities for your internship here on the Hill. And the Career Center, Quality Career Education Center, is more than willing to help students. And also different newsletters you get from clubs and organizations will also put out any internship opportunities available. And study abroad, of course, we have a study abroad program. There's over 140 different programs in over 40 different countries, I believe. My camera had died and it's probably going to die again, but I'm just going to quickly finish this video. Can you do an internship, or would that drain you down from classes? So I'm currently actually interning on Capitol Hill, like I said early in the video. So interning while also going to school is honestly a personal preference or personal choice. I personally did not like it. I personally didn't want to intern and also go to school at the same time. But when this opportunity came about, I decided why not. But it's completely doable as long as you manage your time very well and all that. So it'll be a personal preference, honestly. And the last question, what are your favorite and least favorite things about Georgetown? My favorite thing about Georgetown is the fact that everyone here puts 200% into everything that they do. Whether it's classes, clubs, their organizations they want to start, their passions. Everyone's just so passionate and driven about something and everything that they do here. So I really like that. Also, my favorite thing is that it's a closed campus, but we are also allowed to go off campus and explore this entire DC area right at our fingertips. So I don't like campuses that are like NYU or GW where there's like one class here and like the other class is all the way away. So I really like that it's like a closed campus, like not a closed campus, it's an open campus so anyone can walk in, but closed campus as in this is your campus, but you're also able to go off and explore the city as well. My least favorite thing about Georgetown, honestly, I don't know, because I feel like everything I would say that I don't like about Georgetown is also prominent everywhere else in the world. So it's nothing that's specific to Georgetown exactly. But I guess for more answer, my least favorite thing would be the fact that like how housing goes, the fact that you have to, it's a lottery system and you have to finesse to get what you want, things like that. I wish everyone could just live in a really nice dorm all around, all the time. But I guess that would be like one of my least favorite things about Georgetown. But thank you guys so much for watching this video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. This is a highly requested video and I got you guys what you want, so don't forget to show me some love on that. Subscribe, it helps me a lot. Also comment down any questions that you guys may have. I'll be more than happy to answer it. And honestly, all in all, Georgetown is a great place. I personally love it here, and if you think Georgetown is a place for you, then don't be afraid to apply. You rock, you can do whatever you want, and you will end up wherever you need to be, all in all. So thank you guys for watching. Bye.